welcome to 420 Table Talk. This is episode 7. Willie, how are you feeling about that today? Lexi's already smoking. We're ready to roll.
Definitely.
So hopefully everybody had a good week and y'all stay safe and we're safe from the fires that were out there.
We had some power issues.
Right,
I mean, It was real smoky, real bad for a couple days, so we weren't able to bring the video last week, but we are back this week.
We're doing it right now.
Exactly.
Fires are getting contained. You know, and today we're going to talk about what happens if...
Well, it's kind of contained. Did you hear?
Kind of, yeah.
Did you hear? I was kind of wondering about that, too. It's like 0% contained, but 100% of the line.
Right.
Like, okay.
Yeah, it's in the fire line, is what they're saying, right?
That's still kind of scary.
Good, because everything was burning down. We had everybody evacuating everywhere.
Oh, man, and it looked like...
And it looked like doomsday.
Dude, did you see the video of somebody in San Francisco took a drone and recorded it and added the Blade Runner audio over top of it? It's terrifying stuff, but... You know, sorry we're stoned. We're here. We're doing it. We're having fun.
Thanks for tuning in. We're going to start like we always do. Hashtag bowls, not bongs.
Exactly. So you got there, Donnie? I got some good stuff, too. Some old classic here.
This here is some white hot guava. That's what that is.
Nice. There you go.
This is super good. And this here is some purple punch.
Yeah. I only know of 3 kinds, you know. Break, work, good shit.
So today we got an interesting topic about, we all know that they're about to vote on the cannabis going legal on the federale side, so...
are they really this time? Because, every couple of years they say the House is going to vote on it, and then they never do.
And they turn it down.
And they never do. They never even vote for it.
Well, I'm thinking this time, because times have really changed, you know, in the past 5 years, things have really changed, and there's a lot more. I think that it will go through.
They're going to need some of that cannabis.
Well, what's going to happen
They're going to need some of that cannabis money and make up that $6 trillion they just gave up.
Well, yeah, I mean, they were saying that, I was reading some article about if every state was legal and they charged the taxes and stuff for the federal government stuff, that we'd be out of national debt in just a couple of years. Is what they're saying. That would bring that much revenue. But what I'm saying is what they should do is, like, when it all goes legal and federal goes away, they should take that money and they should put some of that money back in schools, free health care for us, all that stuff. All the taxes from that can pay for that, though.
You know...
I know they ain't going to.
You know they're not going to do it right, too, because... You know, they say that, but as soon as it goes federally legal, then all the big players come in. Like right now we have, you know, a couple of rich guys who kind of invested in it, you know, semi-corporate businesses, but a lot of them failed. But when the time comes that it's federally legal and both banks and, you know, large corporations like, you know, Philip and Morris aren't being held down by the regulation anymore.
Right.
Then they'll be putting money into it. And you know what they're good at doing, though, is when we legalized, we kind of set it up so it's like we knew where the money was going. The funds were going to schools, they were going to education, they were going to, you know, preventative programs, you know, that good stuff, right? But with federal legalization, you know, you're going to have a whole group of powerful lobbyists who are going to be fighting to... you know, make sure that their money is staying in their pocket and not go into these programs that we want them to go to.
You're probably right on that for sure. No, you're probably right, though, because I look at it like, so say it does go federally legal, and then what happens is R.J. Reynolds steps in, Camel steps in, and they start selling cartons of joint packs, you know what I'm saying? And you know, a carton of cigarettes, you know, nowadays costs $60 to $100. Where they gonna charge $500 a carton for some joints?
And don't get me wrong, I'm all for legalization on the federal level because
then you can just grow your own and be cool.
It needs to be. It needs to be opened up. But that's the thing. It needs to be legalized completely, the whole plant. Like, you can grow the whole plant yourself and not regulated to death. Like, you can't grow a tobacco plant in your backyard. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like...
yeah. For sure.
It's going to be kind of crazy to see what happens. See, I always fear that the CBD is part of the reason that a lot of this movement is pushing that way because they've separated the
Right.
compounds.
Right.
You know, it's no longer a cannabis plant.
And that's crazy.
It's a THC or a CBD
yeah,
or
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
it's
right,
this
right.
plant or that plant because of its molecular
And
structure.
CBD costs goddamn way more than THC. And you're like, God, Jesus, and you selling me some booty though because it ain't gonna work without no THC.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
half that stuff is fake.
They sell on
man.
dreams. What they call that, snake oil?
They sell the little bottles that are like this big, and they're all like, "Oh man, that's 1,500 milligrams of CBD." You know, no, 10,000 milligrams
10,000.
of CBD. Like, dude, 10,000 milligrams of nothing can't fit in there.
Right. How can it be in this little tiny
It'd
thing
be
and no
like that
bigger than the freaking... Right. It's no bigger than that. Like a little tincture container.
Right.
You know?
So yeah, separating the compounds. When they separate the compounds, they make it so we can't grow ourselves, can't harvest the plants ourselves, do what we want with it. And
So let's say a person today wanted to just grow hemp plant. Can you
we
do
need to
that?
deregulate cannabis.
So can we sell hemp? I mean, can we grow hemp? Not so there's something we can use to make clothing and stuff?
You know what really drives me crazy about the hemp industry right now is you know, I remember a few years back, hemp got legalized. Remember? Hemp got legalized a few years back.
Okay.
Problem was, how can you legalize something that was never illegal? I kept asking this question, but everybody thought I was just crazy. And I'm like, how can you make something illegal that's not illegal? Because then hemp was not illegal.
Yeah, it doesn't mean nothing.
Hemp required a tax stamp to grow, and you were probably never going to get a tax stamp from your state, but it wasn't illegal. We imported hemp from all over the world. It wasn't a legal product. And so I think what happened was a lot more regulation happened. Right. And that's why they're able now to use those rules from that Hemp Farm Bill Act to instigate new rules and new understandings. So that's how like the DEA is messing with CBD and stuff. And once again, they're just trying to separate the compounds. So they basically get it down to the compounds so they can say, yes, you have paid your $1 million license, $5 million license, you can grow THC cannabis plants. You've paid your $500,000 license, you can grow industrial hemp. You've paid your $5,000 license, you can grow CBD hemp. And, you know, that's, I mean, really, is that freedom?
That's not freedom.
That's not freedom.
You know, it's
that's
like,
regulated, not legalized.
It's like I was reading last night, I think, when I was getting ready to go sleep, I was reading about how most of the most people that are being arrested for marijuana charges now in legal states and stuff is just petty stuff. Petty, and these guys are taking them in and booking them.
Yeah.
Like, I was reading about a lady who was in Illinois, I think, and she got caught with 2 joints. Now, count you 2 joints in her ashtray in her car. And they took and booked her on having 2 joints in her car. Now they weren't lit or burnt. There was no evidence that we're smoking them or anything.
Well, don't forget the man in Louisiana. His name, I forget his name. Head.
Yep.
You know.
I know.
Army vet. You know, from Arizona.
Wasn't smoking or nothing, and they got him. They hemmed him up, and he's facing 5 years in prison.
Pulled him over to harass him about his music being too loud.
And he wasn't even playing music.
And then found a joint, and they didn't think nothing of it when they simply gave their freedom away to say, "Oh yeah, you can search my car." And they found a joint, and in Alabama, that's
5 years.
That's a long time.
That's 5 to 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were trying to give him 30.
That was on Table Talk 5. We talked about that guy.
Yeah. They were trying to give him 30 years.
Yeah, 30 years. For a freaking joint, yo. Or
an ounce. It was an ounce.
Whatever the case might be. 30 years. God dang, look, we got Floyd. Floyd, that's still in Michigan. That's legal. Okay, Floyd's been there since 1996. Sold 3 pounds of marijuana. He was 31 years old. And now he is 60-something years old.
So, you know, you got to say,
it's like, God
when
dang.
you say legalized federally on this house, are they going to pass, they need to pass that.
And they're going to let everybody out of jail, too?
Let everyone out of jail.
Yeah, right.
You know, that's the real reason they don't do it, because every time you let someone out of jail,
they lose a little money in that pocketbook.
Right,
yeah.
We're number one at keeping people in prison. What happens when we release all the low-level marijuana prisoners? Oh, Lord.
Everybody's going to be getting high. You know what I mean? And those guys are going to get fucked up, too. Willie's going to come out, been in prison for like 20 years, bro, come and hit some of this. They'd be like, oh shit, that ain't like the old days. You know what I mean?
Right.
But god dang, I would love to be able to smoke with them guys when they get out. You know, so I like to be the person to greet them dudes
Right.
and hand them like a QP of some money. You know what I mean?
I don't
Be
know,
like, "Here
man.
you go."
I like developed a little bit of faith in the state.
Well,
we
state,
legalized legalized in Washington.
Mhm.
Now, saying this, of course, I said that, and I bet you I got 4 or 5 viewers right now that are cursing like Washington messed up. They fucked up, and I would agree with them. Washington did mess up, but hey, on Washington's defense, you know, nothing was legalized yet. Colorado and Washington legalized the same exact night, just an hour apart because of a time zone difference.
Yeah.
You know, so Colorado just had a much better model. I worked with both models. And, you know, Washington's model, I'll never forget, then this was my point, was, you know, when when the writers got it set up and they got the bill passed, they made it so Washington State Liquor Control Board would handle the rulings and make the rules of, you know, all the little tiny rules on applying for licenses and all this stuff.
Right.
And the thing was they had a lot of open forums to discuss, and they even sought consultants.
I remember that 'cause they were regulating how much milligrams you can have per chocolate bar and stuff, and it used to be. I remember because I was there when that happened, they were pumping out 100 and 250 milligram chocolate bars, and then they break it down to 50. They said no more of that shit. Remember, Brooks? We used to get to 100 milligram bars.
I should grab if I still have that channel. I'll try to grab the video of me talking about hemp over there because I was trying to make sure that they needed to know that hemp needed to definitely be excluded from the 25% tax rate so it could actually be competitive in the market.
Right.
But that was before CBD hemp. You know, that was straight industrial.
What the hell is CBD hemp? Is that like hemp that's never gonna deteriorate or something?
Donnie, they sell. Donnie, I never thought in my whole life I was at a trade show and walking
CBD
around,
hemp.
and I'm like, oh my gosh, we've come really far. Look at that. That is a gigantic bag of cannabis. Probably like 100-pound bag, you know, just gigantic bag, right? And I walk over, I'm like, whoa, and I look at it, I was like, oh, this is really shitty. Okay, well, that's all right. Now I start to realize it's hemp flour. Okay. So there's these companies that are selling hemp flour. And hemp flour is legal to sell in all 50 states.
Well, okay.
And so people are buying hemp flour in the legal states.
For what? To smoke it?
To smoke.
It ain't gonna do nothing to them.
I know.
They smoke that whole thing, probably gonna get a headache.
I know, man.
Probably gonna get a headache and then put the shits.
Right.
Just saying, though. Goddamn.
Whole bunch of power.
What we got over there, Willie?
Oh, yeah. Oh, what we got over there?
What we got over there? I see you brought something today.
He actually did bring something to open up.
Oh, so we're doing an unveiling, huh?
We are. We have this new product right here. It was given to me.
Okay.
The Utility Cherry.
Utility Cherry. That sounds good. I wonder what it does.
So they say that this is a great dab tool for the terp-infused people who really enjoy their flavors.
Ooh, I enjoy my. You know I do, because look, I got all the good flavors. Let me get these flavors out. What do we got here?
Let's go ahead.
Especially what I just hit was really flavorful. My friend made this stuff.
Go ahead and open this up.
Look at this, guy. That's straight nug run, some sugar. So you notice I didn't even cough off that stuff. So good. Ooh, I wanted to lose it. What do we got there? Let's see what we got here, guys. It's pretty cool. I was excited when I seen it when I came in today. I was like, what the hell is that? We're about to find out together.
Alright.
What do we got there? Cherry. I'll take your trash, Mr. Will.
Boom.
We got a bag over here we can throw it in. Alright. We unveil this. Oh, and it just, look at that. It's got
did you see that spin?
It's got a little ball in it, bro. Look, it's got a mixer in it.
So it has a little turp ball in there.
Yeah, oh damn.
And everything.
Lord have mercy. We're gonna have to look at this. Look at that. Show it to the camera. That thing is cool.
Yeah, the utility.
Man. Okay, so you put your honey plug.
Let's hope we have a charge on her.
Oh, look. Okay, so look. You put your honey plug, which we have one over there.
Mm-hmm.
It says, first you unscrew the lid to add material and spinner into dish. So you unscrew that lid and you put your stuff in there. Step 2, secure the lid on the cherry. Oh, wow.
Shut this
And then it
off.
says, enter preheat mode, 3 taps, ensure heat filter is installed. Okay. Begin vaping when temperature reaches desired level. Ooh, wow.
Ooh.
So it says to put the honey plug on top there. It says you gotta have a honey plug after you put your stuff in there. There we go. Put this up there so you can see the. Yeah. Let's get the honey plug. We got one in here. There's one right here. Got a fresh honey plug too.
Nice.
Look at that. Oh, and it's also from the same company, guys. So when you see these out there, you have to get a honey plug.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's got a honey plug with it.
Yep.
Oh, we'll just use theirs.
Yeah.
We don't need to open a new
Here.
product.
Here's yours. You
yeah.
open that up.
Some honey
So,
plug.
All right, sharing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Boom. Yeah. Well, shit.
This is
Mr.
cool.
Donnie, would you like to load her up?
I was gonna let you do the honors, man. You got all these flavors here. You can, you know how we roll, non-solvent. You know, no BHO.
Watermelon sherbet.
Oh, that stuff's good. Watermelon sherbet, Dr. Jolly's.
Okay, let's hope it got a charge.
Let's hope.
If not, you know, we are going to do a review video on this probably end of the week. You can check that out.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
We'll have a Willie review.
And of course, your classic, you know, you gotta say it. You can't be on YouTube if you don't say, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe.
Subscribe. And tell your friends.
Yeah.
They want to see this too. We do cool stuff around here. This looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And it's got a little.
It says you can load it up and.
Oh, check this out, guys. It's got like a little burner inside of it. And you set your little dish on top and you hit the thing 3 times. And then after a few seconds, you start to pull. That's going to be. I'm excited. This is going to be cool. That goes back in the dish and then you screw the lid on that, right?
Yeah.
And then, yeah. And then put your honeycomb and 3 clicks. Let's see what it says after 3
It's like
clicks. 3 taps ensures heat filter is installed. Honey plug towards begin vaping at reach the desired level. So I don't know what that means, but let's see what the desired level of the thing is.
3 taps.
Yeah, this is pretty nice, man. We're gonna.
So, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I always have trouble with all of the ones I open up at first. Right? It always takes a little learning curve to learn how to use these.
Hopefully they put some charge on it. That's the question. Where is the...
It did flash.
Okay, on off, toggle switch to power device on.
Oh!
After 5 minutes, hold it. Okay, hands free.
1, 2, 3. There we go.
Alright, here we go.
Preheating.
Oh yeah, it is. It looks like it ain't.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's
gonna
melting.
Now buzz, I think it's ready. Let's try this thing. I'm gonna hit this right here. See when you
Nice and
fall
hot.
on. No, I love how that ball goes around. Oh, that's so smooth, bro.
That is.
I can get with this.
Mm-hmm.
This is the perfect thing for when you're out on the beach. Because you don't have to worry about the wind or nothing, dude. Just hit that thing 3 times and let it go.
It's smooth, too. I'm trying to figure out the temperatures.
I'm trying to figure out how to hit this sucker.
That ball just spins.
I kind of feel like it has a good taste, but it's having a...
Let's see here.
get you. Man. I like how the little ball just, man, that thing just spins.
Oh, look. If you just hold it down, it hits up too.
Mm-hmm. You're just preheating it. You gotta hit it hard, Willie, and get that ball spinning. There you go. See what I'm saying? And get to hitting it hard, get that ball spinning. Really cool device. That's super cool. That is one way to absolutely end the show with the fat unveil, some big rips. Dude, that got me fucked up right there.
Plus the utility has a device that makes it hooked up to your rig.
Right.
So we can hook up to this dab rig
Oh,
for
yeah.
our review video.
Man. Oh, you can hook it up to your bong. Oh, Lord. Yeah, so that's coming. Keep a lookout for that coming soon. And we appreciate you guys. Sorry we're stoned.
Sorry, we're really stoned.
That's just, you understand. Peace.
Peace.